Hello everyone and welcome to Season Watch. Today we're watching Platinum End episode 19, I believe, which would be this? Sure. Let's see. What happened last episode? We had them getting Yuri, I believe is her name, out of that surveillance mansion kind of place. They basically gave her the idea of how to do it using the powers and had the police officer in the background watching everything like, oh yeah, yep, I'm definitely keeping watch of this, keeping control of the situation. Go on, you can do it, Crocodile. What? And after she got out, they gave her the wing. So they told her about the wing as an incentive for her to do it. Like, if she does it, they're gonna give her a wing. And Susumu had plenty of extra wings, so he would have been really missing it. So then they all left. Susumu stays away from the rest because he has a white arrow and not everyone trusts him yet, so he just cooperates in tandem, not staying with them the whole time. Meanwhile, everyone else gathers at the officer house. I still don't remember his name. I keep calling him Honda, but it's not Honda. It's something like that. But there they have a reunion to decide who would they want as God. And well, so two people were brought up. One was Mirai, though he doesn't really want to do it, and the other was the suicidal kid. I think his name was Nakaumi or something like that. And well, because he doesn't really care about his life, and they learned that whoever becomes God, they're gonna leave the mortal world. So if Mirai did that, he would leave Saki. And everything there is basically what happens when you're gone. So Nakaumi just same thing. But Mirai wasn't really agreeing with his ideas on suicide, so while Mirai was a bit against it, majority vote. 3 votes for Nakaumi. Mostly because Yuri wanted to keep her power, and Mirai was thinking of taking away the power because it's not fair. So she went like, oh, Nakomi did it then. Yep, I agree with him. And Saki knew how Nakomi felt, so she can sympathize. I forgot which one. But yeah, she can relate. There we go. So 3 votes. There was Mirai against, and Susan went, okay, he wins. So they decided collectively that they'd vote Nakomi for it, which is surprising because so far we thought it would be Mirai. So they went to look for the final candidate so that he can also agree in getting Nakomi as God. But this guy, the professor Yoneda, I think, or something like that, he has his own ideas. I wouldn't really call him antagonistic just yet, but him and his angel, I think it was Muni, are kind of like looking to the true reason behind the angels and the god and stuff. So he has his own theories and such. So he's not meeting the other candidates yet, but Muni went there instead to investigate. So Muni was asking what would they do if they became God. And while Mirai was saying like, oh, they decided Nakomi is gonna be God. No need to worry about everyone here. But Muni was like, okay, negotiation over, we're done. But Susumu was like, no, hold on, I think it would be kind of nice to do this, kind of like class presentation. So this episode we're gonna have, I'm guessing, them all talking about what would they do if they became God, and maybe they'll get to have Yoneda come out with their answer. We'll see. And I think that's about. Oh, I almost forgot. the military came in, the helicopters, and Yoneda actually called the prime minister, like just on his cell phone, and to stop that, and you shouldn't attack but protect them and such. So we don't know how that's gonna go. Maybe that's interrupting the presentation. Maybe they'll be able to get back to the presentation. We'll have to see if only one of these events are gonna go or both of them. And who knows? Maybe they'll actually meet Yoneda. We'll have to see. So, as a reminder, this is a timer reaction, which means you sync your own version of mine and we'll watch it together. I'll try to add some scenes here and there, but don't expect too much. That being said, let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, and here we have the part with the professor talking to the prime minister. See, he wants to capture them, sure, to protect them. Not to use them for yourself and not have the other countries take them. I mean, they're flying there. I think. Like, as a professor, he's just putting out the facts. I forget about that. He's gonna prove it within 24 hours. I'm guessing that means that this whole selection's gonna end in 24 hours or less. This is not cool, Susumu. Yeah, they can just fly like that. Okay, so they have the location set. Yeah. Like, how are you guys gonna catch up? B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so each one going to a different location. Nakaomi. And there's Saki. And next up is Mirai. Are they all TV stations? And just like that, they're all in different cities. Good luck, helicopters. Of course, they can't catch up to them. And if... Okay. Are they gonna go back? Okay, he's gonna... Oh, now they're gonna do their presentation. So they're not gonna just talk to Muni about it, they're actually gonna talk to the whole Japan. Okay, there's the opening. I was actually expecting the opening earlier, like before they left and such. But okay, so I thought they were just gonna talk to Muni about it. But apparently no, they're gonna talk to whole Japan. Like, the drone's gonna record everything and they're gonna explain their point. Quite a crowd for a class presentation. "24 episodes, so we have 5 more episodes where we can hear this." Yeah, he's interesting. I really don't know what to place him at yet. Like, and he doesn't have the wings and yet, so we have to look out for when that happens. And there we go. Oh yeah, his classmates are gonna notice Saki and Mirai. But yeah, now everyone knows their face and everything. Okay, so it's not just Japan. It's gonna be transmitted worldwide. Okay, so he's gonna start. Be praised for it. Yeah, causing trouble for. Oh. Yeah, I can see like some people can agree with that. But how's that gonna work? Like, you get the appeal of that, but. She doesn't know the answer yet. They're very simple wishes, really. No phone? Yeah, I was thinking that. Like, don't need your social media. Okay, so that's what is interesting. Oh.
今神候補でいるのがスリルあっていいっていうか、なんか毎日生きてるって実感があって、みんながこのワクワクする実感を持てたら世界はもっと楽しくなるって思った。だから、みんなが白の矢を持つ世界にできたらいいかもって思ってる。
That is nuts. And even with his eye open, like, that is crazy.
Suddenly, 突然こんなことになってしまって、自分が神になったら、ずっと考えてみたんですけど、答えが出なくて。でも私が願ってるのは、みんなが優しい気持ちになれる。
I mean, that's nice, but how? And let's see what Mirai is gonna say. Yeah, he has Nase.
俺がもし神になったら、俺は
I'm just
何もしません。
You wouldn't do anything. That's interesting. That's all. That's his speech. If I became God, I wouldn't do anything. The frightening sincerity. He's going out the window. Can't you see? Just like that, he's gone. And there he is.
この人が最後の神候補。米田博士。
Oh, he knows him?
マジ？うわ、本物だ。
誰？
僕、博士の本は全部読んでます。
That's surprising. Wow. 7.5? Yeah, people are recognizing, especially Yoneda, because he has Nobel Prize, so a lot of people know him. Exactly. The world's smartest man.
いかにも私は米田学である。私も神候補であり、この神選びは嘘偽りのない現実であると公言する。
Well, what did you have to say, Prime Minister? Yeah, his fame and getting people inside, but okay, at least he agrees with that. So he wants the conversation to be here. Okay, so he's gonna talk about his theory.
騙されていると言ってもいい。少なくともメトロポリマンは分かっていたようだが。
騙されている。どういうこと？
メトロポリマンは神の存在など信じていなかった。
Okay. A fake god. What does he mean by that?
Red, 君は神になっても何もしないと言
った。Yeah, that intrigued him.
なぜだ。人間は人間の自分たちの力で生きていくべき。この中の誰かが神になり、天から人の生き死にに手を加えたら、それは目に見えない独裁にしかならない。
Then an invisible dictatorship. Oh, immunity. Yeah, you mentioned God, but that's a myth made by humans. And isn't God a human right now? So who was the first? I guess depending on where you're looking at. Humans invented God should be the object of their prayers. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there are a couple kids there, so. Surgical procedure gene manipulation. Uh-huh. Even Susumu and Mirai kind of stepped out of space.
本来神はいないなど全世界に向けて言うべきではないだろう。宗教や神話に基づくあらゆる教えが人間を向上させてきたことも否めない。信じる人間にしたら腹立たしいことこの上ない。
Yeah.
私は自分の著書では霊や魂など科学で証明できないものに否定的立場を取ってきた。しかし神候補にされたことで神の存在を聞かされ天使と接している。
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You, not only you, but a couple other people can see them as well. What creates the human imagination? What? What?
人の作りし創造物、神を信じる人のエネルギーを源とする偽りの神。その神は存在を信じる人間が減ったのと比例してエネルギーも減り、薄れ消える寸前のところまで来ている。そこで
I've seen story of myths kind of like that.
神選びを始めた。
He deceived even the angels. Yeah, everyone's believing. Uh-huh.
神様助けてではなく誰か助けてと叫ぶべき。問題に直面したら祈るのではなく一刻も早く打開策を考えるべき。
Fair.
神に懺悔し許しを請うなら自首し罪を償うべき。人間の知恵、科学、医学は必ずどんな天変地異も乗り越えてゆき。
I don't know about that one. I was with you so far, but yeah. A sniper.
距離200。目標動く気配なし。
Oh my god, these people are still going after them.
待て、6人同時の命令だ。目標の能力が完全に把握できていない。
And that's why they don't want you to do it in public, because there are people like these. Destruction of heaven. Of course, NASA's all excited.
特級天使であれば知っているべきことのはず。
ナッセは細かなことにとらわれず天真爛漫に行動できる点が
This won't make NASA a special rank.
できないからこういうゲームには向かないけどね。
なんか私バカみたいに聞こえるんだけど。
I'm in. Maybe. Nature that might interfere.
"人間の中から神が選ばれるというのは変だと思う。
Okay,
た
so
だ、米田博士の言った神はいないとするのは乱暴な気もする。
relative. And there's the myths. Needing and existing are two different things. That's a good example. Santa.
どんな神様にも手を合わせるのは悪いことじゃないはず。
効果はないですよ。願いを叶えてくれる神様なんていないんですから。
Yeah.
実在しなくていい。神様って一人一人が心の中に置いておけばいいんだと私は思う。だからここにいる6人が誰も神にならなくていいなら。
Yeah, the concept, she's saying like the concept needs to exist, but not necessarily the actual thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now he's gonna convince her.
だって
Yeah.
オガロが言ってたじゃない。神候補の誰かが必ず神にならなければならないって。博士には誰もならないで済む方法が分かってるわけ？
無論だ。すでに私はその
You deduce a method, but is that just a theory? Yeah. What's the red arrow? She became dependent on it. Wow, that little. I'd expect there would be more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's fine with that because that's the whole point. The kids, though, wow. This is suddenly a heavy topic.
それなら俺が神になってでも
Yeah.
そんなことはさせない。
And there's because he became pro-life.
やる気になったか。
Oh, that interests him. Causing trouble to people is the whole problem. Nakomi. What? Oh, he spotted. Wow, he got a good eye.
ずっと僕たちを狙ってたんだ。すごい。
待て、撃つぞ。しかし、対象はおそらく矢を。
ねえ、赤の矢刺していい？
誰だ？進む軍離れろ。
命令通り、それぞれの対象を狙え。レッドを狙い続けろ。
レッド？
Oh, they killed Susumu. This government, though, they're having an important topic in an important conversation there, deciding this whole thing about God existing, not existing, the concept, no concept, and everything. Like the hope of humanity. What about those that believe in it? Like, but these guys just trying to kill the God candidates, like, because they all they really see is the power, the wings of Red Arrow and White Arrow, and they fear that because it's almighty powerful. Like, it's just, ugh. And now it looks like they killed Susumu. Though he did show to the other that the sniper existed. So instead of being all of them dying, it's just him. An accidental noble sacrifice? Well, yeah, there were... Yeah, I'm gonna have to think a little before I talk about this, because it's quite a topic. Price of honor. Okay. And we're back. So, this is a very interesting episode. One that really makes you think about the whole God concept, the religion, really. There was one point where Yoneda was talking about where people praying and believe in them gives them power, and I've seen that very common in myths, like gods from pantheons, other pantheons like Greek, Norse, and everything. Like they gain power from having people believe on them, and when people stop believing them, they either become like very weak to the point where nobody believes in them, they're gone. Poof. So I guess we're, at least Yoneda is taking that approach. So according to his theory, let me see if I got it right. He's saying that the gods being weakened is getting weakened, like people are believing less and less. But with the god selection, now the whole world is knowing about the whole god selection. So people are gonna believe more in God, therefore God's gonna become more powerful. I don't know if it's talking about the new God. I guess so, because that guy was, yeah, I guess they're talking about like whoever becomes the new God's gonna become powerful again. I do agree with some of his points, like instead of praying to God, like solve the problem. Like when have a problem, instead of looking towards God for a solution, look for a solution yourself. And other cases like this, I kind of forgot the words that he said, but something along those lines as well. I do agree with that. Not sure of the whole soon they'll reach immortality kind of thing. That, and I'm surprised, like, was talking about 0.1% are basically heavy religious people, basically. So without a god, they lose hope. Like, they have no one to pray to, even though that's just something in their minds doesn't really do anything, and most likely end up ending their lives. Which, as a counterpoint, Saki talked about there needs to be even symbolic God. Doesn't necessarily need to actually exist, but as a symbol. And as she talked about, like Santa Claus, he gives hope to kids and make them happy. And but that would go against what he was saying about like stop praying. People should stop praying and actually solve things, because right now we're basically in that state that she's talking about, where there is a concept of God where people believe in it, but we don't have any factual proof it exists. So it's kind of a weird thing to prove, but yeah, we don't have any factual proof that it exists. So right now it's just a concept. We don't know if it's a real concept or a fake concept, and that's where people's opinion diverge. Some people believe it's a real concept, some people believe that's just an imaginary concept. I, for one, am more inclined to the imaginary concept side. Like, doesn't really do anything. But if people can actually prove it, I wouldn't mind that either. Like, I think there's a word for that. But yeah, I'm inclined towards one side, but I'm not against the other per se. And this whole thing about people not having a god to believe in actually leading them to despair is making Mirai actually determined to, like, if you need somebody, fine, I'll be that person. Like, just don't die. Like, became kind of fanatic with life. And not necessarily his life, just life in general. And like, we can see Yuri is very, what's the word? Materialistic, I guess? And selfish. Like, she really just want to keep the power. That's her end goal. Whichever way it goes, like, if she can keep her power, she's fine with it. And Nakama was even calling her out on that. And, oh, I guess we can go back to the beginning where they talk about their goals if they became God. So we had Nakamumi, as we know, like, he would make Sudoku more acceptable and would be painless and would not bother people. That actually was a good idea for some people. Like, there was a guy on the street agreeing with, like, yeah, I do it if it would be painless and wouldn't bother other people. There's the old guy, like, basically on his deathbed watching that, and like, yeah, painless, wouldn't bother people. Like, in situations like that, he is fine with that. Like, he would enjoy that. And then there's her with the kind of utopic concept, like, no need to work, just have fun. And robots and AI will take care of all the work. But I don't know how realistic that would be, because, and besides, for some people, work is fun. So how would that go as well? So there's a lot of holes in her idea. Like, in theory, it seems like nice and all, but there really is no way to putting that in practice. For Saki, like, just very generic, just people have warm and happy feelings. No idea how to bring up that. And then Mirai's just, no change. Leave it as it is. Don't interfere. Which actually caught Yoneda's attention. Oh, and I totally skipped Susumu. Like, first he was going like, play with friends, so no phones or something else, I forgot. Cram school and no phones. Phones kind of like, yeah, social media can be a plague sometimes, but phones are basically very essential for people right now. Like, a lot of things you can do on the phone, not just social media. But then he went a bit crazy there, like, everyone have a white arrow. Dude, chill. What else? So yeah, I guess we talk about we were talking about Yoneda's idea of no god, not even a concept. So yeah, that's an episode to really think about that stuff. What are your guys' opinions on it? Because that's really a wow. But the government just messing with that debate. Like, first the helicopters and then the snipers. And somehow Susumu spotted the sniper, but in the panic, I guess, they took him out and were gonna aim for the rest. But now that they are aware, they can use the wings to dodge it. But yeah, I guess we talk about the whole thing. So with that being said, see you next time. Bye.